Today we're gonna make a chocolate dessert that looks like it's from a bakery, but it has an ingredient nobody expects. When I tell you what it is, you won't expect it. Look at this. Check out the texture. It doesn't look like a sponge cake. It doesn't look like a cake. It looks like pure chocolate. The best part is that we only need a few ingredients. And I'm also sure that you already have them at home. 3 ripe bananas, 2 eggs, rolled oats, about 80 grams, roughly a cup, cocoa, pure, to taste, vanilla, a pinch of salt, and a little bit of baking powder. Today's first tip, bananas. They're the reason it turns out so moist, so creamy, and so intense. Let's mash the bananas until we get a puree. By mashing with a fork, the riper they are, the better. Do it quickly, like you're making an omelet. That way, you get a very creamy, runny consistency, like this. And here, we add 2 eggs right in. If you like, you can optionally add a splash of vanilla. I definitely recommend it. And a pinch of salt to enhance the flavors. Mix it very, very well. And if you want, you can use electric beaters to speed things up. And now, the chocolate flavor. We're gonna get it from pure cocoa powder. We want pure chocolate flavor. I'm gonna add 6 tablespoons, but this is up to taste. You can add a little more, or a little less. And also, to give it some body, oats, the usual breakfast oats. Flakes that in some places are also called oat flakes. 80 grams, or 1 cup. Then we mix very well and blend it a little more. That way, it becomes creamy and blended in no time. Look at the texture you should get. And now, another optional thing. If you want a slightly smoother final texture, add a pinch, like half a teaspoon, of baking powder. It's optional, but it smooths out the texture. I'm using a 20-centimeter diameter silicone mold. If you want, you could use a smaller one and it would turn out taller. Or a bigger and flatter one, but with these amounts. For a 20-centimeter diameter, it turns out, let's say, the exact size of classic brownies. Once it's spread in the pan. In my case, a 20-centimeter diameter silicone one. See, I use a board to move it easily, even though the mold is soft. And I recommend, even if it's silicone, greasing it with a bit of butter. That way, unmolding is always perfect, and there are no surprises. Once we've greased it, we add the batter. That's all there is to it. And now that everything is inside, give it a few taps in case there's any air bubble left. So it rises to the top. And now, into the air fryer. You could also do it in the oven. In that case, it would take about 20 minutes. Or in a covered pan, over very low heat. And there, it can take about 30, 35, or 40 minutes. For things like this, the air fryer is a joy. You just preheat it for 3 minutes. Put the mold inside, close it again. 12 minutes. And voila! In fact, you can check with a toothpick. If it comes out really smeared, leave it a little longer. And if it comes out kind of clean, perfect. It doesn't have to be completely clean. And then, while it's still hot, you put whatever you want on top. I love it. As soon as I take it out, I stick a few pieces of walnut in it. But if you put some chocolate chips on it, it also turns out great. Chocolate chips. Or pieces of walnut, like I do. You press them in a little because this is super soft. and then we let it cool. When it's lukewarm, we put it in the fridge or refrigerator so it gets nice and cold. Even though it's really hard to wait, this tastes much better cold. 2 hours later. You guys will be happy. Today, I'm covering 2 of the things you ask me for the most: sugar-free desserts and desserts with oats, to take care of ourselves a bit. All that's left is to transfer it onto the plate where you want to serve it. For that, the best thing is to put a very flat board on one end, flip it over, and that way you get the perfect position to grab the plate you want. Put it underneath and leave it face up, shiny and perfect. There you have it, a homemade brownie, moist, sugar-free, pure chocolate flavor. And as you've seen, it's super easy to cut. Look, I've got the knife a little wet. Why? Well, because it will help it slide much better when you're going to cut something that's slightly creamy or dense. The wet knife, it's your best ally. I'm gonna cut it into little squares, like the classic brownie. And let's share it, because this is already calling my name. Thank you! This really tastes like a brownie. If no one had told me the ingredients, I never would have guessed that this has banana and no sugar. Remember that if you bake it 1 or 2 minutes less, it will be much gooier, and 1 or 2 minutes more, it will be more like a cake. How will you make it? If you like quick and easy recipes like this one, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel and keep enjoying. Share the video. That way people will make it at home. And when you make it yourself, you won't have to share it, because I think you'll want to eat it all by yourself. In the kitchen, the excitement begins with simple steps and no complications.